So before the video begins, my throat is killing me. Allergies suck, especially down here in the South. So hopefully this video won't be ruined. There are tons of horror movie icons that seem to fizzle and fade as the generations who first saw these icons start or become big, start to grow old, and with the newer generation turning to things like TikTok for their daily dose of scares. The movie scene in particular hasn't been too kind to the cult classics like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and many more. One icon in specific that had a similar fate just got his own Netflix show, Thomas Leatherface Hewitt, aka the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, we're not going to bother talking about the movies too much because that's about 48 years of history between the first film and the most recent one. Plus with all the sequels, prequels, and remakes in it to keep dead meat occupied until retirement age. And I'll say this here, yes, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on Ed Gein, which does make the movies loosely based on true events because both Ed and Thomas are butchers, serial killers, and body snatchers. And yes, a lot of people think the main name of Leatherface is Thomas Hewitt, and I guess the name has changed 3 times over time because I've always known him as Thomas, but he's also had other names like Jedediah, Bubba, Jr., so for convenience sake, I'll just refer to him as Leatherface. That way it won't give me a damn headache. Now that that's over with, let's talk about the video game. In the most recent years, Leatherface got added to a game called Dead by Daylight, using the 2003 skin mainly, but also has 2 other skins. However, there is a game made by the same developers as Friday the 13th, who are making a game centered around Leatherface. And today, I'll be expressing my comments and possible concerns with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game. The description of Gun Interactive's website says the following about the title. Take on the role of one of the notorious Slaughter family, or their victims, in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a third-person asymmetrical horror experience based on the groundbreaking and iconic 1974 horror film. As a victim, you must use your wits and stealth to stay out of the family's reach to find tools you need to lead to your eventual freedom. Slaughter family players must seek out, track down, and stop their guests from escaping. Players of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre can finally find out if they have what it takes to survive. Experience the mad and macabre for yourself in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I reacted to the visual showcase live on stream, link's gonna be in the description, and I was absolutely weak in the knees. I was so damn excited for this, I was hydroplaning out of my driveway because my moistness was off the charts. I want to say they're running this game on Unreal 5 because the way the game looks compared to its 1974 counterpart looks so clean. At first, I thought the pictures on the right were a remaster of the film and I thought, holy shit, that looks good. Now, I know there's some text at the bottom that says visuals are not final. And that's what got me excited yet concerned. Because if I could go back and beat a dead horse for a second, Battlefield 2042's previews looked amazing. And now the game is so damn dead that it's giving Ash from Evil Dead an itching in his boomstick. Another cause for concern comes from the fact that the same studio making this game made the Friday the 13th game. And they had some sort of legal dispute over the rights to the character, which has left the dedicated servers dead. But private lobbies still work due to peer-to-peer connections. The community still plays it, but you're definitely going to need friends to play it with. Now, I have a feeling Gun is going to be doing a Dead by Daylight inspired 1v4 or 1v5, and that's fine. Reason I'm saying 1v5 is because there's 5 characters on the website, so who knows. Now, what's got me thinking that this game's going to be a little bit different is because they hint that you get to possibly play as the entire Slaughter family, which is something that we haven't really seen in these style of games. And if you have, please let me know in the comments down below. I don't really think I've seen a killer versus survivors kind of game where you get to play multiple killers versus multiple survivors. Hell, even give us the opportunity to play as other versions of Leatherface, like from the sequels, just not from the Netflix one. For the love of God, don't do that. Yet, only time will tell what kind of things we will expect from this game. Which moves on into my final statements, and they're going to be short, sweet, to the point since there's not a lot about this game to cover. I have a feeling about the gameplay loop. The graphics might change, and hell, they might chuck a battle pass in there to give you something to work towards, and that's fine and dandy. I'm just wanting more out of this experience. The gameplay loop of Friday the 13th didn't keep a lot of people attached, but it was how the game could be experienced that did. Something like prox chat to where both Leatherface and the other survivors could hear you could set a learning curve to the game that keeps you hyper vigilant and always on your toes. Having different map options and skin options for Leatherface and setting a list of challenges to unlock each one, as well as offering paid skins, can not only encourage fans of the franchise to keep playing, but keep supporting the studio as well. I know a lot of gamers kind of freak out when they hear paid options, but as long as the skins don't offer any pay-to-win features, I don't think it's a cause for concern. If it turns out to be, I'm calling Arlie Ermy to investigate the crime.
Oh, I just bet you are.
Well, I hope you all did enjoy the video and my voice wasn't that annoying to listen to. If you guys can, please slap a like and sub to the channel. We're almost close to 500 subs and I want to hit that before the end of the year. Also, come check me out on Twitch. I'm taking the rest of the week off to focus on myself and my family, but I will be returning at May 31st, which is a Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be doing a lot more into the future after this break, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. And I would love to have you come by and so we could just talk about horror movies, games, tattoos, whatever. And as always, I'm your host with the most, going live from overseas to coast to coast blackout, going dark. I will see all of you in the next one. Keep it brutal, keep each other safe. Until next time, later.